More than 3.6 million passports were issued in the first 7 months of this year, marking a 3.5-fold increase from the same period last year, according to the Korea Minting and Security Printing Corporation and the Bank of Korea.
한국조폐공사와 한국은행이 작성한 자료에 따르면 올해 1월에서 7월 국내 여권 발급량이 360만 건을 넘어 지난해 같은 기간보다 3.5배 급증한 것으로 나타났습니다. So what this tells us is that more and more people are traveling overseas or preparing to travel overseas.
Exactly. Traveling and preparing and wanting to travel overseas. Well, I guess it makes sense because of COVID. They probably hadn't been able to travel overseas.
Sure.
And during that time, a lot of the passports had expired.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
And a lot of people have probably checked their expiration date for their passports, realized that they don't have much time left on their passports, and they're renewing them.
Yeah, exactly. Could you give us some figures?
Yes, definitely. So passport issuance had dropped to 1.04 million back in 2020. And then even further down, 670,000 in 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. But then it began to recover back in the second half of last year. It was 2.82 million by the end of the year. And then I guess last year it jumped back up again with the renewed electronic passports.
Yeah.
And everyone wants their new navy colored passports.
Do you have a navy one?
No, I don't. I
green
actually
one.
got the green one because it was for 10 years.
Yeah.
I still have a few years left on that one.
I have a navy one.
Oh, I'm so envious now.
But I haven't had one for many years during the
Okay,
pandemic.
yes.
2019년도에 여건이 얼마나 발급됐는지도 알아야 이제 비교가 잘 될 것 같아요. 2019년 같은 경우에는 4.6 million,
Yes.
465만 건이 발급이 됐고요. 그러다가 그게 이제 팬데믹이 시작되면서 2020년도에는 1.04 million, 한 104만 건으로 뚝 떨어졌습니다. 그 이후로부터는 계속 조금 저조한 그런 퍼포먼스를 보이다가 이제 올해 다시 많이 오른 그런 추세고요.
Yes.
작년 같은 경우에는 103만 건, 올해 1월에서 7월 사이에는 367만 건 다시 많이 올랐습니다.
Yes.
자, 이렇게 뭔가 발급하다라고 하는 표현부터 살펴볼게요. This is
Yes.
our first expression, to issue.
Yeah, so if you issue something, it usually has to do with official documents,
Yes.
something like a passport. It can also be used for visas. The Korean passport is a very, very strong passport.
It is.
So you can use that passport to get into many, many countries without an official visa. So the Korean passport is actually a very good one to have.
It is.
If you're a Korean national, then you don't need to have extra visas to get into other countries. However, there are certain countries that you do need to have to get a visa. So that's why I brought in an extra expression.
Yep.
A visa will be issued for you to allow entry into the country. So if you want to use the word issue or issued, you can use it in this kind of sentence.
네, 예문에서도 우리가 볼 수 있듯이 비자를 발급받다, get a visa issued, 아니면 driver's license.
Oh, that's right.
네, 우리가 운전면허증 발급받을 때도 역시 issue a driver's license 할 수 있을 것 같고요. 여기서는 issue a passport가 되겠습니다.
Yes, that's right.
자, 그 다음에는 3.5-fold increase라는 표현인데요.
Hyphen fold. So if you have a number and then you have a hyphen and then it says fold, it means how many times it has increased. So it's an official expression to say 2 times increase or
Right.
3.5 times increase. But it actually says fold. Just think about it, because if you fold up paper, it's actually times that something.
Right.
It kind of has
Spectra?
that illusion, right?
Right.
So it's times that multiplied by whatever number.
그래요. 앞에 숫자 아무거나 넣어도 되고요. 그 다음에 fold increase 하면은 몇 배 증가라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. 만약에 10배 증가했다 하고 싶으면
Tenfold.
It's a tenfold increase 이런 식으로. And there needs to be a hyphen in between the number
That's right.
and the word fold. All right, here it is one more time. More than 3.6 million passports were issued in the first 7 months of this year, marking a 3.5-fold increase from the same period last year, according to the Korea Minting and Security Printing Corporation and the Bank of Korea.